Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand episode of Trash Talk. I'm here with a very, very, very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yo, it's me, Parlo, Roblox commentary YouTuber, and I'm here to do an episode of Trash Talk and go over basically everything. So, yeah, thank you for having me on.
You know, man, and diving straight into it, although I would say you're not like a regular guest where we just will speak about content and stuff, I do want to go over your content. I feel like it is still an important part of like who you are and stuff. So like for maybe people that don't know who you are or don't watch your content, what sort of content do you do on your channel?
Well, sometimes I'm generalized as like a Roblox channel which covers like kids content and stuff, but I with commentary wise and the scene I'm in, I kind of leave that to other creators like Chase Rooney and Chisel to cover like the more tamer aspects of the community. I normally tackle head on like serious situations, the stuff which normally most people don't really tackle in my community because it's like kind of depressing subjects and stuff, quite mentally draining and stuff. But it's basically like predators, serious situations with like degenerates in the community as well. A lot of just really bad aspects of the community. Trying to like delve into like documentary type stuff now as well though. So yeah.
No, 100%. And what was the reason for you starting YouTube? Like what got you into creating the form of content that led up to the stuff you do now?
So originally, I came in because of JT. JT made a video on basically that was his channel called Parlo Records, which got to the top page of Social Blade Beat T series, and everyone was talking about it because basically they transferred a bunch of music to that channel, and it got about 3 billion views in a month because they did
Oh,
that.
well.
And then JT made a video and it went viral. So I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to actually impersonate Parlophone Records so I can get some of that clout. This was back in like 2019, so I was like 14 years old or something. Very clout hungry and stuff. So I came in, then made like some joke videos saying, yo, JT, I'm going to like strike your video and stuff. You're very
Yeah.
unprofessionalistic. And then Kian KSG, who did like who's now I think a shill for fucking Oprah or GX, so like working directly with the CCP, I see. But he basically came in
That's
and
crazy.
stuff and dropped like a video on me saying like, bro, this guy can't spell and stuff, and he's threatening JT. And then eventually I kind of tried to see what other niche I could like, who else I could piss off with the content. And then I saw Roblox, and I was like, holy crap, this place is a gold mine. And then I saw this YouTuber called Kaneko Kitten who
Oh,
he
yeah.
got exposed recently, but he made videos on Lisa and Real Matt back then. This was
Oh,
in
yeah.
2020. So I decided to come and basically do the same kind of content as Real Matt and Lisa. So I did that. And for a time, it pissed people off because I made videos like, "Oh my God, Flamingo is actually dying in real life," and I showed like a Keemstar clip where like I pretend like he's on fucking cool with Keemstar, and then Keemstar's fucking shocked when like an explosion happens or some shit. But basically, I got in drama with a person called Lofi, and me and him actually kind of battled it out, juked it out, and then we became friends. And then I was like, you know what? I think it would be better, more constructive, if I actually start doing the content he does, because I find that actually more interesting and stuff. And I, apologize and correct my ways, because I felt eventually kind of shitty for being a troll still. Like, there's only so much you can do before, like, you're like, this stuff doesn't reflect me as a person and stuff. I
Yeah.
kind of want to cultivate a more positive thing. But so basically, I made an apology and stuff. Basically corrected my ills and kind of went to battling these trolls and stuff. But eventually, as time progressed, I got in drama with like Green Lego Cats and stuff. And I stopped making videos on trolls and like signal boosting them and all. And I started doing like head-on content, exposing like the pedophiles and stuff of the community, like Fave, like Kaneko Kitten. Why Kaneko Kitten isn't a pedophile, and he's more of a degenerate in the situation. But I made videos on those creators and stuff, so that gave me a lot of notoriety. And I became controversial from that, obviously, because when you're like one of the first people to call out a big creator who's done something bad, you get the brunt force of their like fan base and stuff. So, I'm kind of disliked a lot by people for my content and stuff. But that's basically where I am today. That's like the rundown, I believe.
No, 100%. And just picking a few parts out from what you said there. You said that you made like quite a few videos on Lisa, like gaming Roblox, and there's like quite a few that are on your channel as well.
Yeah.
One of them has like 1.5 million views. And I guess like when I was around like doing commentary, I even made videos on that because it was pretty big stuff, right? I remember
Yeah.
speaking to one of my friends, Traxius, who was like making like full-on commentary Roblox content, and he was covering the situation, and that was big stuff. Like, do you regret? Like, I know you said that you felt bad about being a troll and stuff, but do you regret doing that, or are you happy that you did that because it's sort of given you like the platform that you have today?
I could have done it in different ways, but
Yeah,
with like troll content, I never really idolized her. It was like one video which I did, and then the rest was literally just siphoning clout from her because she pretended she got hacked and stuff, and I jumped on there, and
yeah.
that's
Oh,
yeah, and stuff like that. So I was she was doing an act in there, but I didn't act in an act, and I did like 4D chess and stuff, and she really doesn't fucking like me and stuff like that, but I do regret a few things. I mean, everyone regrets some stuff in their life. I do regret being like dumb at that age and doing some of the shit there. Like for example, I like scammed people and adopt me and stuff like a couple years back, and I tried to make amends and stuff, give like the pets back. Still feel kind of shitty for that, but apart from that, you know, it was a genuine apology. I didn't go back on what I was saying and stuff. And yeah, I mean, lots of people can see now, maybe as they grow up, that like the trolling wasn't that deep. It was like, you know, shitty content made for like laughs and stuff. But
Yeah.
back then, that it was certainly more scrutinized and stuff. But I, I think I honor Lofi in the fact that he definitely helped me cultivate like a channel which did commentary and stuff, and helped me realize the error of my ways at the time and stuff. So I appreciate him for that. But yeah.
No, yeah, no, 100%. And just like looking at one final aspect of like your content and stuff, a lot of your most popular videos, this is just something I found personally interesting, is a lot of your most popular videos are less than a minute long, right? So your
Hmm.
most popular with 6.1 million views is 24 seconds long, and like even the next one's 24 seconds long as well. Like, is there a reason that you think those videos did so well and got that amount of views? Like we're looking at like 5 million, 4 million, and they're all below like a minute long. Like why is that? What happened there?
Yeah, so that was before shorts were a thing. So
Hmm.
on TikTok, there was like this popular trend going around called, you know, it's pretty cancerous, but it was like the "oh no" meme. Like
Yeah.
you probably heard it, lots of people probably heard it, and
hmm
I tried to I find a way to incorporate that into Roblox. So there were like these cringe hackers and stuff, and then I was like, oh, Roblox Bum Bum Girls, oh no, and I had to change the music now. They all got copyright and stuff, but
Hmm.
that really proposed my channel. I think that's the reason why I am where I am today, because that really put me in like the limelight, and I managed to. So that was like meme content, and I managed to intertwine that with my news content at the time, so people watched that as well, and people actually stuck around, because normally when it comes to that meme content, you peak and then you die, and then you don't really get that again. But
Yeah.
I think I somehow managed to keep that flow there, and it was like I had someone tell me that I was like I kind of like pioneered the shorts before the shorts like were a thing, because I went on Social Blade, I believe, because I gained like 40,000 subscribers in a month, I think, from that. And I saw that like icon with like the green. It was like lime green with an eye on it, and it meant like you were extremely popular. And like that was on my profile, and I was like, holy crap! Like I wasn't really fully processing like at the time how big that analytical growth is. Nowadays it's like lots of people have that and stuff, but at that time, like it was insane growth. Like I'm not trying to be like narcissistic or anything, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
it was insane. It was crazy views. Were those videos deserving of that many views? Obviously not, but yeah, it was insane. Roblox TikTok memes got a lot of views.
And I guess, like you said, you made the comparison to YouTube Shorts, which they very much are like, right? In the sense that they get, like, they boost your channel and subscribers, views, and stuff, but a lot of the people don't stick around, right? And I feel like it is very much in the sense of a YouTube Short style, and it would probably work today, in that sort of sense. And look, like they probably didn't deserve that amount of views, but they got that amount of views, and they did the thing that was necessary for your channel, all right?
Hmm.
And it's the exact. Sorry. Oh, fuck me, man. Sorry.
It's right.
It's the exact same people.
don't be.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's the exact same way people use YouTube Shorts, right? Is to maybe boost a video now or boost their channel to a certain extent so they continue doing long form, right? So, yeah, like I would probably agree that you did the shorts before the shorts, right? Because you did the exact same thing that YouTube Shorts content creators do right now. like
Yeah.
this very moment.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. The problem with shorts nowadays is like I was considering doing shorts, and a lot of people are like don't do shorts; it will like fucking kill your channel and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
like, and I've seen like friends of mine like they do shorts, and eventually they do blow up if they're consistent enough. But they very very rarely ever get another peak again from it. It's one of the things where it goes up and then it shoots down, and
yeah.
yeah, it's just I kind of view it as something that hyperinflates your sub count because the thing is, a lot of subscribers you gain from shorts will not watch your long form content. So there's a major discrepancy between how many views your shorts get and how many views your long form gets. And a lot of people in like my community view like how many views you get on a long form as more important than a short form. So
A-
yeah.
And the thing is, though, right, is if you want to be a YouTube Shorts content creator, I have a full channel dedicated to YouTube Shorts now, right? That's completely fine, right? That is successful in its own right, but it's not successful in long form, right? This is what I always say, is that you can be a successful Shorts content creator, but it doesn't make you a successful long form content creator. Like being a successful TikToker doesn't make you a successful YouTube content creator, right?
Hmm.
It's the exact same way there. Like everyone is successful in their own right by doing shorts, doing long form and stuff. It's just not the same level of success. And I do feel like YouTube Shorts have like this stigma around them because it's not long form content. It's not that original YouTube content. Where it's like, if you just want to do shorts and you're happy with just doing shorts and the success of them, and you don't really care about long form content, that's fine. You do you. I think it's when people like a great example of this is Zero Needs Coffee, who wanted to do long form content and short form content in one. And because he got popular off YouTube Shorts, he thought that automatically made him a long form content creator, which he doesn't. Like I feel like it's the balance between being a short form content creator and being happy with that, and being a long form content creator and being happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
definitely.
mhm. And just diving sort of more into the drama and controversy now. Now we've spoken about like content and all that sort of stuff. I do want to speak about some drama.
Hmm.
And I know Ace. Oh no, he's gone on mute. Okay.
Uh,
I know Ace has really like studied a lot of the drama you've been involved in and knows quite a lot. So I do want to hand this over to him. So Ace, is there any questions that you've got for Parlo revolving around drama and stuff?
yeah. So, apparently I've heard like with a false striking thing, because I know that's gonna be brought up, and I know you did make a response. Apparently that wasn't false strikes, it was false reporting, right?
I wouldn't. So with the Grimsy stuff, it wasn't false reporting. We came to consensus on the Tommy C stream that like it was a valid report. However, it would make me a pussy. But I had tied in.
Hmm.
Obviously, I don't have any malice towards Grimsy anymore, of course. But it was like the things which were being said was I was a pedophile loving fucking freak. I should go back to the mental ward where I belong. I'm a fucking retarded piece of human shit. These were literally what was being said. And another one was that I suicide baited to the world. And the inference that I suicide baited had gotten the wrong impression to viewers who then proceeded to go onto my channel, start saying that I was a suicide baiter, go onto my Twitter at the time. And at that time as well, this was the start of
Hmm.
2023, I didn't have my channel, so I couldn't really defend myself. I had my Twitter, and my Twitter had people which were like, oh, you're not going to mention you suicide bait and stuff. So with the false flagging, I've never unjustly flagged a video. I've flagged a video misinformation if they're calling me a pedophile and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, give me a death threat, throw slurs at me and stuff like that. I mean, you can get your point across without having to insult either intrinsic attributes like my face. You can
Yeah.
get your point across without attacking me or harassing me or anything like that. There's a fine line between criticism and harassment, and I feel like that's never really brought up in the commentary community. They'll call, like, for example, plastering my face in a video, breaching my privacy, and intrinsically linking my face to my alias, Parlo, which I wanted to keep anonymous. Like, for my safety, because I have a lot of people who hate me
Yeah.
with this Parlo stuff. They've deliberately put my face in, right? And by the way, people have linked my face to my Parlo alias, and the people who did that were doxers. They found like, okay, Parlo took this picture, and from my docs, I can find that this was the garden. I mean, it was in XD Gamer's exposed document on me. That's how they found it was me. They used docs information they retrieved from back in October and stuff. So this was ill-gained information and stuff like that, in which they used to breach my anonymity on this account, breach my privacy, then put it in the video, and then they go ahead and like insult me, use a lot of like bigotry and stuff like that, stuff which I'm accustomed to and stuff. It's just kind of
Yeah.
depressing to go over and stuff. And then I call that out, and then they generalize it as, oh, you can't take criticism. Well, no, you're just insulting me. There's a like as I stated before, there's a fine line between insulting and criticism with that stuff. But I don't believe I've ever sent a false flag or
No,
false
no.
striked. I've never strike grimsy.
And just like on the topic of like false flagging, reporting, and all that sort of stuff, I remember, I think this was maybe a month ago now. There was a Twitter debate going on. This is when like I reached out to you and stuff and made the tweet about you, where you had a couple of people like Cyrix, Bloody Marshall, and other content creators like Cyrix and a couple of others you mentioned in your like response video to a lot of the like flagging stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where they were trying to like accuse you of like false reporting videos. Like one of them was like Bloody Marshall's video. I don't know if you even know who that guy is and stuff. And there was a debate around it. Like, how does that affect you as a content creator being labeled as a false reporter, false flagger, like false striker, like all that sort of stuff? Like, how does that impact your reputation in that sort of like,
When it
sense?
comes to the small commentary community, that shit is spread unpropagated like wildfire, and it gets to the big commentary YouTubers who then get the wrong impression of me, and they never consult me about it. They'll take these words of these small commentary YouTubers who, quite frankly, don't have that great of credibility. And the small commentary YouTubers are already plagued with like their biases and stuff. So even if you go to them with a response video like I have, right? For example, I'm not going to name anyone, but there's a certain 14-year-old commentary YouTuber who accused me of suicide baiting and stuff. I'll get back. This is kind of like some branch off subject here, but basically, he said I was like full striking, and then I made my response video. Then he apologized, and then went back to pushing that same motive there, and completely just not considering my side of things, because they said, for example, oh, you're flagging your face, but it's public information. Well, the thing is, Keemstar did the same with Pyro, had Pyro not lied, because Pyro had his face in a YouTube video and stuff. But you took it from another social media and linked it to a completely different alias. Keep in mind, the Cami and the Parlo alias were two different things I never wanted either to be linked to each other, but they have, and they were. And you're being like, this is what he looks like, guys. This is his face here, and then insults and stuff. That is violating my privacy. And YouTube acts on that. Had it been a false report, they wouldn't have acted on it. And and then they say it's public information, which is like that doesn't excuse or absolve you of your culpability in the situation, in the sense that you're violating my privacy. Now they do have a genuine rebuttal, and that's that you could have consulted me in private, and I get that, and I think a lot of them know now that let's not include his face next time. But certain YouTubers like More Swat are putting my fucking face on 9/11 and shit like that,
Oh yeah,
spreading it
yeah.
around, and then my
Yeah.
insane fucking cyberstalker XD Gamer, who, of course, the commentary community, lots of them idolize. So let me remind them that XD Gamer has child porn, has committed several felonies, such as trying to get into people's accounts, hijack their accounts with passwords and stuff, hack into my dad's fucking bank account, given false police calls to me, sent porn to minors, friends with quite literal Nazis who put Nazi propaganda up, school shooter edits and shit, had a porn server and stuff, chronic fucking liar and stuff like that. Have multiple incidences with child pornography and stuff, and has doxed tons and tons of YouTubers and people, but they're normally absolved of their actions, because either people say, oh, just because they did bad stuff doesn't mean it's just complete tangents and stuff, when, like, first of all, the document this XD Gamer made on me was complete bullshit, and you have to understand what they did as context for why they made the document. They have a vendetta against me, and they've been attacking me and harassing me for 400 days.
Yeah.
October the 1st, 2022 to currently right now, and they show no signs of stopping. And they have made it clear multiple times, I've shown in my video and stuff, that they want me to kill myself, and that's not like them saying it like as an off-brand comment. They truly do. I mean, they've literally made it clear they want to. They've been harassing my university, they've been finding my house and stuff like that, and they've been doing it, and no one's really calling them out. And I caught Lanza following XD Gamer's alternate account as well, and all of these people have been like mingling with him and stuff, because they all follow the idea that an enemy of my enemy is my friend. But anyway, this kind of went off the more swell topic here, but I just want to say that like you got to know the context behind why XD Gamer made the document on me with the homotopia bullshit, because he wants to try and spin a narrative in any way he can to try and make me look absolutely terrible, because his
Yeah.
whole purpose here is to ruin me. That's what he's done, and that's what he's successfully done that with other creators, but he's trying to do it with me now, so that's the whole thing. But I don't appreciate with Morswell how he was propagating that kind of information. Then we had some drama. Then we became all right. We became like talkative and stuff. And then all of a sudden we have drama again. And then Morswell then just decides not to consult me and then just completely go back and then just start fucking putting my face on like, because there are servers I have people telling me they're just servers of people just posting my face and shit.
Well, even in my TrashTalk server, I've woke up to just like other people, like just including more swap, like posting your face, and I always remove it, delete it as much as I can. Because my view on it is that although it's been made public now, if that was me and my face was hidden, I wouldn't want my face to be spread around Discord servers, regardless if it had then been made public. Like I wouldn't want that. And it also comes with a lot of the creeps that you see. Like a great example is a guy called EXP Wolf, just that really has like an obsession with you and your pictures and stuff. And it's weird, right? Like people going around posting
Makes me
pictures of
very
you and
fucking
stuff.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, and people make consensual comments towards you because of the
It's
photos
because
that have been leaked and stuff.
they're doing that to deliberately be fucking weird and to be
Yeah.
like they're going like, oh, this guy's so fucking ugly, oh my god, he looks so hot and stuff like this. It's so fucking, it's really pathetic, disgusting shit to be seeing people who try and act as moral arbiters of justice doing. And despite the fact they try and claim it's public, I'm going to try the best of my ability to ensure that it ceases to become very public use. And I will continue, like with Twitter, I found a way to get rid of Twitter images, and that's you show Twitter ID, and then you're like, yo, this person's posting my face. So I want to give a heads up to anyone who's posted that, delete them, because I don't want my face being linked for my safety. And of course I regret ever doing a cameo alias and stuff, but that does not absolve the opposing side from once again violating my privacy. You can't just say, oh, it's public information, because you're spreading it all over the place to make it public information. But I just don't understand this whole false flag premise, because I never striked Grimsy at all. And then people were like bringing up I copyright claim videos. I've never copyright claimed videos ever. I've never done that once. I've only ever copyright strike people for uploading the Oh No memes, because actually the Oh No memes got like a lot of views. So some people were just completely stealing it and shit, getting like 66,000 views. And I was like, yo, can you not do this? They kept doing it. Took down their channel and stuff. But that's what happened there. No, I took it down because they took 3 videos. They took 3 videos. They took 3 videos. They said to me, I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care if you take down my channel. Listen, it's not false. It's not false. I promise.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But I do admit with their leaked Jalen screenshot, I was like, when Grimsy had the 2 strikes, I didn't know who sent the 2 strikes originally. I don't think at the time of saying it. I did know eventually, and I told them to stop. But I told Jalen, yo, Grimsy has 2 strikes, so, and I know you don't like them a lot, and you could send a 3rd one. And I said in my response video that was like a fucked up thing to do. That's obviously like campaigning for deplatformation. And she leaked it, and you know, I was angry at the time, but like, I see why she leaked that. I would leak that. Yeah, I know. It's very fucking scummy that I said all that stuff. But my anger, I'm not trying to legitimize it, but I'm trying to give context to why I said that. It was because like, well, this guy had like made videos on me and like propagated false information and stuff, harassed me, because that wasn't the first video. He had made videos literally a year before that as well, like multiple and stuff. So I kind of have my wits end there, but once again, it's fucking scummy, because I've had people do that to me now, like Enzo. When I had like a false copyright strike on my channel recently, all the commentary community was like, haha, you got fucking L bro, because apparently I used 3 seconds of someone's video, and that was enough justification for them to wipe it off the internet. But I got a strike, and then this guy named Enzo was like, anyone who has a problem with Parlo fucking sends strikes to his channel now. So I know how it is, and I apologize to Grimsy on the Tommy C stream and stuff. So it's definitely not something I'm too scared to admit that like I did wrong in, because it was wrong. There's obviously no defense to that. So yeah, but obviously, I told Grimsy, there's a plausibility that you might get a third strike. You might get it from the guy who I told not to do it. I can't prevent them from doing it because I didn't even know they sent the first two because I wasn't involved in that. Or XD
Yeah.
Gamer could send a strike to a channel and then try and frame it as me doing it. And when I say that I didn't do it, no one would fucking believe me. Because, for example, Sensitive Society assumed that I striked Grimsy. I showed my report history to show that I did report Grimsy's video the day it came out. As I said, I flagged it, but that wasn't the video which got taken down. I never striked him. Uh, so I showed that, and he was like, well, it was probably one of your friends and stuff. So, every time I come up with a rebuttal, no one really believes me and stuff. So that was the whole side of the false flagging situation, I
Yeah.
think.
And just breaking down some of the stuff you said there, just starting off with the face stuff, I think you can give you criticism, right? Because I feel like with certain actions you've committed, I think there are definitely criticism that can be given, right? And I think like one of my things against you originally was like how you were responding to a lot of the stuff that was against you originally on Twitter, right? That was like my whole premise of my tweet I made was, well, like I don't agree with like just giving the people attention. Like I'd prefer to see like a video response where you go through
Yeah.
everything, which you of course have now done, right?
I'm considering a part two, but
Yeah, and I
yeah,
think that'd
yeah,
be a good idea, right? Because I feel like it's a way better way to respond to stuff than give them attention on Twitter, right? Because that's ultimately
yeah,
by the tweets what they want. They don't want to see you like actually shit on them in a video, right? They want to see you get angry in the responses, which is like
yeah,
what my whole thing was like. You're making it worse for yourself by doing that. Although you are responding, right? You're making it worse by the way you are responding. And like
yeah.
I do think you can give you criticism without like showing face, making derogatory insults and stuff. Like there is no reason to do that. Like
Yeah, because
I don't get
yeah,
that.
yeah, I was getting told by people as well that in private group chats, people were just like like insulting me. Like it wasn't even insult; they were being like bigotry. Like they were saying like, "Oh, this guy's gay and stuff, and he's
Well,
really
yeah.
ugly and shit." I
Bro, it
mean,
happened in my
and
server
it
as well. It's
yeah,
mad.
and it's fucking insane. And you watch, like, if I ever brought that up, they would try and find a way to spin it as, oh, it was criticism, and you can't take the criticism and stuff like that. I mean, it's quite literally just bigotry. That is what it is. And I just didn't appreciate that side. And I mean, no one calls that out, but because they would like to try and spin me as the worst way possible. But I just didn't
Yeah.
appreciate that. And it was Twitter. I've had people tell me to stop being inflammatory on Twitter, obviously, because um I'm not obviously very good at like dealing with stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
I have my Jalen moments, obviously,
Yeah.
on Twitter, um, and I still do. But I think I gotta probably have someone who controls my Twitter rather than me, so I'm not as impulsive there. Because there's a clean line between the way I act on YouTube and the way I act on Twitter. The Twitter's the
Yeah.
unfiltered one, and the YouTube is the one where I have like a script, I have a coherent narrative, I can go over it professionally, where I'm not saying, "Oh, you fucking idiot, that's not true, go suck a dick" and stuff like that. Like really just playground fucking insult match going on there, making
Yeah.
me look
Yeah.
like really stupid and shitty and stuff. Because there's other situations as well I was involved in where like I said that someone like stole my thumbnail and stuff, and I have grounds. I stand by what I said, but I didn't have the correct way of like talking about the situation. I'm gonna obviously make a video on that as well. But yeah, Twitter sucks, and I shouldn't really use it. Twitter sucks.
Yeah.
News of the century there.
And I guess like I do agree with people that say that maybe like you should take like a step back from Twitter in the sense of like how you respond and stuff because I guess like my whole view of it is the way you were responding to like Cyrix on there like Bloody Marshall and Warswell on them lot it is the fact that it just incriminates you further although that isn't the intention a lot of the responses can then be like screenshot out of context. And I know a video can as well, but a video is way more condensed, concise. You can get to the point. And you even said to yourself right there, is that there's a clear separation from YouTube and Twitter. You can format an opinion on YouTube. You've got a script. You've got the evidence and stuff. You can put it all in one. Where Twitter,
Hmm.
you're just rambling. It's your thoughts, right? People make tweets just on the train, walking down the road, right? Where with a YouTube video, you're sitting down. You've got your script there. You're trying to make a concise video responding to it. Where with Twitter, it's just your immediate reaction and you getting angry, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's the thing that with like the Jalen screenshots as well that like came out where you were like talking to Jalen.
That
I
was
think
like
again,
completely unfiltered,
yeah,
inflammatory at the time.
exactly right.
And it's one of those statements that like someone says when they're pissed off, they look back on it and they're like, "Holy shit, that's so
Exactly.
fucking
Yeah.
embarrassing or cringe. Why did I say that and shit?" And I'm not just saying that because I got dunked on. I mean, it was absolutely fucking like like a shitty thing to do. Obviously, no defense there. So yeah.
Yo,
And I
speaking of
yo, sorry.
cringe and regretting on Twitter, there's one thing I'm actually like kind of like wondering here because I don't have 100% the context,
Yeah.
so I want to like ask you about it.
I think I know what
So,
you're gonna say, yeah.
oh no, I don't know if you actually do. It does involve Pindrix, but apparently you got his Twitter account terminated.
Okay. So the situation was, I think, 2021, and what happened was, me and him were getting in an argument. We're fine now. We're friends still. I consider him to be like one of my closest friends, but at the time we were like enemies and stuff, and we had like an insult match going on. What's fucking you? But
Yeah.
basically he used like the R word and stuff, and so. I got angry at that word, and I shouldn't have because I use that word as well. So it's hypocritical in the sense that I reported it. But I basically reported it, and he got a warning for it. But there's a misconception that I got him terminated. But basically, obviously, the warning led to Twitter, having that on the system. So in case he makes another mistake again, he is terminated. But he got a warning from that. And then I sent the screenshot to him later on, and then he found out, I was the one who reported that and stuff. I obviously haven't flagged him ever again for that stuff, and it was like cringe to do that. I do admit that, and then I got like dunked on by the whole community as well. I think Wilma, of all people, dunked on me for that as well. Do you know who Wilma is?
No, not really. I'm not gonna lie.
He's supposed to like make a bunch of like EDP videos, and he turns out he
Mhm.
like collected like dick pictures of children and stuff, which was like,
Oh,
yeah,
let's
sorry.
go, man. Come on.
Oh, he was
Uh,
like researching his idol, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
of course, of course, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, man.
fuck?
Yeah, he has a lot of wild allegations. So did his friend as well. I forgot his name. A very forgetful person. But yeah. With that, obviously, totally out of my league to do that because I say the word myself. So why I shouldn't have reported him, obviously. But we've moved on from that situation and stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, obviously that was cringe, definitely. So yeah.
Well, like,
Yeah,
do,
Pinterest just told me
yeah.
you guys were good. I just was like wondering the context
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
situation.
Well, like,
Yeah.
do you think that sort of like situation where you did like report one of his tweets, whatever, right? Do you think that like does give people the perception that you are like a false reporter and like a false flagger in that sense, right? It like gives people more ammunition to go with, regardless if you are or aren't, right? In that
Well,
sort of
I
context.
would say with that word given in the context under the terms of Twitter, they saw the
Hmm.
report, they saw it was valid, and they gave a warning
Yeah,
for it. And it was hate, but it was like a pussy, calling someone that in that kind of context is obviously hateful and stuff. If it was a
yeah,
false
yeah.
report, it wouldn't have gone through. So to call it a false report isn't true, but like not taking. It's not really criticism in that sense either. It's more or less just being a pussy. Like it's the sense that I threw shit, but I couldn't take shit back, which was the
Well, yeah,
problem there.
it's along the same line of reporting a video, which, like, again, like reporting maybe like a Grimsy video that 100% like deserves to be
Yeah,
reported in the sense of like
yeah,
that he might have actually broke terms and services, right? But it's still a bad like pussy move to do, right? Like,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you'd still get shit on for it, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think my whole stance on the flagging thing is that like me myself, regardless if they've like broke terms of services with the things I said, I would never like go out and report them purely because I do think it just constitutes as like a pussy response where you can
Yeah,
then
yeah.
format a response, and I think that's what you've echoed here, right? Is that like looking back on that like tweet and whatever, right? Like he might have actually broke like terms of services from like what he said, but it wasn't like the best thing to do in that situation. Like
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to a lot, right? Is probably people have broke terms of service, and we're not talking about people that post gore or shit like that, right? Who definitely deserve to be like got rid of, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like people that have maybe said something that does constitute as terms of service, but that report wasn't really needed or necessary in that sense. Where it's like you look back on that and you regret that, like regardless if it was like a correct report or not, you regret what you did because then it's like constituted to people going around saying, "Oh, he reports this, he does this, he does this," regardless if it was like an accurate report or not.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a case of once again like inflammatory on both of our sides,
Yeah.
and it seemed that more or less that I just couldn't take the shit I was firing back, so I shouldn't have like reported in that case. But it wasn't a false flag; it was just a pussy thing to do, obviously, and
Mhm.
I don't do that anymore. I don't dabble in that kind of stuff anymore. So yeah, I'm regretful. I've apologized to Pindrix as well in private because of the
Yeah, no, 100%,
situation.
man.
Yeah.
And just moving away from like false flagging and that sort of stuff, because I feel like we covered like a lot of the basis, right? The stuff that like people are interested in stuff. I do want to ask
Yeah,
you
sure.
about. Okay, it's okay, okay. I do want to ask you about more of like a serious situation and some stuff that people are bringing up in videos and stuff, which maybe people don't know about. So I would want you to just like explain it a little bit, which is the homotopia stuff.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So basically, I made a 50. The point it's a contention point in the fact that the guy who brought up the situation once again is quite literally one of the most depraved, disgusting human beings online
Hmm.
who's done everything he's preached against. He had a server dedicated to doxing me, and which allowed child porn rape art of me to be sent to 14-year-olds and stuff. I mean, the guy bad faith as fuck and completely manipulated and warped the situation to try. And he couldn't even prove culpability of me in the situation. His whole point was that I own the server. So anyway, I made a 52-minute response video, and in it, I think from 25 minutes onwards was me addressing the situation. But basically, I had made a lot of like friends under the alias, the Cami alias, because I went by that account because at the time I didn't have access to my YouTube, and I was taken away from the internet, and up until that point, it'd been almost an entire year where I hadn't really had any social contact. So I wanted to
Hmm.
try and like rekindle the ability to speak to people online and stuff. So I was like, okay, what community is there which is like nice to be in and stuff, and I can like speak to and socialize with people because I have struggled doing it in real life. Obviously, the social skills like autism and stuff makes it hard and stuff. So online is easier to do it. So it was that kind of community and stuff. And I had met like people in a server and stuff, a hangout server, safe for work, obviously. And I had made a lot. I made a lot of friends in there. I even met one of them in real life, and we went to like the arcade area and stuff. Hang on, give me
Hmm.
some time. Someone just knocked on the thing. Could you pause the thing?
Yeah, I mean,
Hmm. Ace, do you have anything in response there?
oh fuck, I know some things, but I
Just
don't
what
know if
he's
like,
like.
yeah,
Go on.
I don't know if like we should publicly get into some stuff, but yeah, I
Uh,
don't.
well, just while he's gone, I'm going to take this opportunity to have a piss break. Uh, so,
W? Yeah, I'll
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
here and just say that you're a fat fuck when he comes back, okay?
Well, I'm having a piss break, bro. I need to
Yeah,
piss.
yeah, I'll
Right, I'll
say
be
that
back.
he's dead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be back.
I
I'll be back.
got you. Damn. Okay, guys, I guess, yeah. Fuck, man. Oh, what's up, Hawks? Hawks. Hey, even speak.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
Sorry about
hello.
that. Sorry.
Yeah, so.
So anyway,
Mhm.
so it was we went to the arcade and stuff. It was cool, all of that stuff, and it felt good that I was appreciating the community once again, rather than just preaching on a pedestal in a commentary scene where people kind of like gunning for me and stuff. It's more of like a depressive zone where like, oh, you don't know what hit piece is going to be made on you next or what's going to be brought up against you next. And that was what it kind of felt like. It felt like I was in a war zone with YouTube and stuff, but I did miss the social interaction with fans and friends and other YouTubers alike, rekindling connections and stuff. So that kind of fed into the point of creating Homotopia. I had made a an account called Cameo Fanboy. I mean, I'm not going to pretend it's not me. It was me. And on it, I posted like abdominal progress pictures or like pictures of me with like that kind of clothes on and stuff. Not safe for work and stuff. And I had advertised a server called Homotopia, which was meant to be a safe for work server because at the time, this was May time, XD Gamer had ramped up his harassment campaign towards me very, very much, and I had made a bunch of other like Parlo Twitter accounts, and all of them had gotten suspended immediately. He would find the
Yep.
he would get the Parlo Twitter account, message Twitter that I've been ban evading, and I was
Hmm.
originally banned on Twitter for a very dumb reason for saying the R word. So Carmen came back to me anyway, right? Because someone
Yeah.
reported that.
Real
and
twist of fate there, yeah.
I lost 13,000 followers because of that anyway. So
Ah,
he consistently went to Twitter and said he's ban evading. Then eventually I got IP banned. So every time I made an account under that, literally an hour later I got terminated. So with this account, I was terrified, and this is why I made Homotopia. It was so that I could get all my mutuals from that account onto a server in which if I ever get terminated, I could be like, "Yo, this is my new account. Go follow it,"
Yeah.
basically. Because my biggest fear was first of all XD Gamer finding this account because I was very like paranoid about that, and second of all was losing like the followers and the friends I'd cultivated with this account. And first of all, I was very paranoid about him finding like the account and stuff like that. And I knew that eventually maybe he would find a server. So why would I have, like, I don't understand the impression that I was hiding anything from the server or anything like that. Like, first of all, he, like, with logs in the server, Maytime, a lot of my people from, like, the RYC, which was this Roblox YouTuber community under my Parlo alias, can attest that. I was, like, really, I was going through a lot of suicidal breakdowns and stuff, a lot of personal
Yeah.
stuff with, like, relationships. I'm not going to go into that, but it was really, really bad. Had the police called on me and stuff. And I was venting a lot. And the Homotopia server had a vent channel, and that was where I was like, I think only ever really active on. And then I looked back on the events, like when I calmed down, and I was embarrassed by them, deleted them and stuff like that. Because when you vent about something, that you kind
Yeah.
of feel embarrassed that people see it, and all delete that. And there's an impression that the server was 16 plus as well, but I retroactively went back and then decided to allow 15-year-olds. This is untrue. It was 16, then we changed the rules to 15 because Pyro, who's one of the friends I had, who's 2 years, 1 month younger than me, was turning 16 in June, and wanted to be an admin in the server because we wanted quite a lot of admins and mods in the server. People I trusted, I gave them that role and stuff. And I didn't want to be seen as breaking my own rules, so I was like, hey, well, it's a safe for work server because not safe for work isn't a defining factor in here, so there wouldn't be a problem with just lowering it down by a year, right, guys? So that was my mindset. So we made it 15 plus, and then Pyro seems to be the main contention point with like all of these allegations and stuff because there was another 15-year-old, I think, but like they didn't do anything. It was just mainly Pyro. So I'm blamed for being basically complicit in this server. However, I had proven in my subsequent document in response to XD Game, in which he doesn't have the balls to respond to, and my video as well now, in which they're actively trying to strike down from YouTube, is that I wasn't active in the server at all. Literally members of the server can attest. And the members of the server know, like, they know I go by Parlo now. So had I lied, in the space of 4 months when these allegations originally came out, they would have been like, the truth, Parlo's lying about this and stuff like that. But they can attest, and people brush off their testimonies as bias because, they were friends with me in the situation and stuff. But no, if anyone knows what happened in the situation, it's quite literally them. And and XD Game himself literally stated that you couldn't find any logs of me in the server because I was barely active. Like, I remember I came into the server and I typed M and I fucked off. And I got very iffy because like I didn't know the people in my server. But they were all speaking a lot to each other, and I just kind of got jealous with like the connections they all had, but I was too hyper fixated on like how to deal with my suicidality at the time that I wasn't like fully like involved in those triangles of like contact and stuff. Like I didn't know a lot of people in there, and I especially didn't know what was being posted, but we'll get to that later. But back to the topic again. Where was I going? I was actually so inactive that I showed a testimony as well from someone at the time stating, all right, I saw your rant, Cami, your suicidal rant, and we can talk about who should be the new admin or new owner of the server, sorry. And then we were thinking this person called Beelzebub, who was 17, because I was so inactive on the server that I didn't believe that I should have really be the server owner. Because first of all, no one really even spoke to me in the server anymore. Like I was getting no attention in the server, and I didn't really expect any because I was barely active. I corroborated a lot with my RYC stuff. If you can contact maybe anyone in the OIC I had, they can attest that like yeah, I also vented a lot in there as well. Like this isn't some like a lie or anything or like oh woe is me situation. It was a very very fucking horrible month. Like it was probably one of the worst months ever. And I think I can't remember if I relapsed or not, but basically that situation was horrible and stuff. And I only came to realize what had transpired in the server after XD Gamer released his document. Now,
Yeah.
the document had been maliciously portrayed to try and spin the narrative that the server was not safe for work. When the rules literally stated, Rule 4 stated, adhere to Discord's terms of service, and then we put Discord's terms of service there, in which state do not show not safe for work to under 18s. So we had a rule which was literally saying read Discord's terms of service, and XD Game was trying to claim that because he was the one who made the document, and he made the document under my dad's doc's legal name. He was trying to claim that we never fucking stated that the server was not safe for work server, which was bullshit. So I proved that I was bullshit. And we had an admin who was called Day, who was 19, who 1 hour after the server was created, made a not safe for work channel. I came to see that happen and I removed it immediately. Had the server been not safe for work, we would have kept the not safe for work channel up, but I deleted it. So I don't know where this bullshit is coming from that the server was not safe for work when I quite literally decided to bomb the channel and I fucking went to them and blasted them for it. Like, why did you fucking do this? Like, I want the server to be safe for work. And in the document as well, a lot of testimonies can come from that as well. People talking about the situation and stuff. Anyway, so with the moderation, there was a lot of people being moderated. We wanted a close in age kind of thing. We wanted people who were like close in age, no grooming or anything like that ever transpired in the server and stuff. And we had grown men coming into the server, and we could tell they were fucking grown men because they wouldn't have any profile picture. They would have the stereotypical fucking Discord profile picture in which they just give you, right? And their accounts were made in a day and stuff. We banned them, and I felt physically repulsed knowing that they came in the server to fucking try and attempt to prey on these people. I felt disgusted. So they would come in and we'd insta-ban them. And that did good. I mean, to my knowledge, I think that succeeded pretty well. That was our rule. And we never explicitly said that was our rule, obviously, so they didn't try and change their tactics, but they all got fucked off. We had some racists and stuff, they were banned as well. But the problem was, in the document, is that XD Gamer heavily relies on certain messages, 40 messages out of a very active server which had about 90 people in it. So he cherry-picked certain screenshots to push the narrative that the server was not safe for work. If you give anyone that amount of time and that amount of selective screenshot capability, you can present any server in any way you want if you have enough screenshots to like back up that. So he tried to push it like, oh, we allow porn and stuff. And I looked into a lot of these images and stuff because he put a big fucking black box over it. And when you maliciously blur something like that or put a big black box over something, you can then pretend that God knows what's behind that fucking box because you don't offer a reference image behind what it is. And with these images, it never showed any porn. Like, it never showed any like fucking ass crack. It never showed anything like that. At most the images were suggestive to highly suggestive, but it was never indicative of a not safe for work server. And one screenshot or being not safe for work and stuff, sure, my moderator should have got it banned, but would have not collectively made the server not safe for work when it was explicitly against the rules. I had made it, so I 5 admins and 4 mods. We had like a high mods to member ratio. I wanted to make it so like the server was highly moderated and this shit wouldn't fucking happen because the server was meant to be a safe for work server. I didn't feel comfortable. Literally had just turned fucking 18, so people were trying to claim I was a fully grown adult, complicit in fucking ignoring that CP was posted in it and stuff. But I was literally just turned 18 and I didn't want to manage a server like that, obviously, because minors were in it. And it was a public fucking server. And I had told my friends from my Parlo alias about the server. They didn't have any problems with it. They never consulted me about that. And if this server was as bad as people were trying to say, why did I tell some of my people from my Parlo alias about the server? Like, that doesn't compute at all. But the problem came from the fact that these minors, I think, got the wrong impression about the server. There were obviously sexual speakings in the server and stuff, but that's what comes across like communities like this, which are like overtly like fetishized and shit like that, and they're like horny teens and stuff. I'm getting pings. Wait a minute. Where am I getting these pings from? Let me just mute this quickly. Sorry. But basically that's why. I mean, there were sexual messages and stuff, but it was like what normal like high school kind of like weird sexualized shit transpires. It was nothing out of the blue, but it's certainly not anything I wanted my name to be fucking part of. But the problem came from when minors were posting suggestive images of themselves, and now people were trying to use wordplay manipulation to try and state how this was CP, and their narratives failed because they were all clothed images. There were no nudity in it, and every member can attest, and there was no CP involved in it. Every member can attest. And they tried to fucking use wordplay to say it was softcore CP. There's no fucking thing as softcore CP. It's either illegal or it's not illegal. You can't have softcore CP. It's like saying there's a softcore terrorist attack or there was a softcore rape incident. You can't have fucking softcore shit like that. The images were, and they say the legality of the images were questionable. No, motherfucker, they're either completely fucking bad or they're not. Obviously not something I would ever want my fucking name to be a part of or ever want on the server. Had I known about this shit happening, this shit would have been dealt with fucking very quickly. So when I came to find out that this shit was being posted in my server, my fucking god, I was absolutely livid because my name is now forever attached to sexual deviancy of like these people, and obviously no hate to them, but like I just like, come on, man, these people were moderators. You should have had a better job doing that. And the culpability from me, the culpability in my situation was entrusting people like Pyro, who was 15 turning 16, with moderator permissions, where he then subsequently did that. Because the problem came from the fact that when one of these people did it, as Natty Forsyth stated, it caused a snowball effect. So people came to the server getting the wrong impression it was a lewd server by not bothering to read the fucking rules at all, because I can guarantee people barely ever decide to read the fucking rules page anymore. So they decided to contribute to that growing sense of degeneracy in the server. But to say I was fucking complicit at my age to know what was going on at the time is a complete fucking lie. And people are trying to claim that I'm a predator for it. Had I ever even done anything with fucking Pyro, it was literally a 2-year, 1-month age gap. You can't fucking prove that's predatory whatsoever because it wasn't. And had I ever groomed or done anything with these people, they would have fucking come out about it for like fucking months back now. But I haven't. Like, I literally came to find out that this server had been what it was, and Natty Forsyth as well, because this is another contention point. They say that I knowingly gave a confirmed pedophile, confirmed, I would love to see the confirmation, and self-admitted pedophile. She never admitted she was a pedophile. She's making a 2-hour response going over the situation because there's a lot of inconsistencies, there's a lot of bullshit going on about her, and I gave her mod because I trusted her with the situation. I trusted that she told me that she wanted to prevent any minors from posting like anything like bad in the server, because she originally believed and she thought the server was a lewd server, so she didn't want minors in the server, so she was banning them, and she didn't read the rules, and that's where her panty situation came in. I wholeheartedly believe she didn't purposely post that knowing that minors were in the server looking at that, because the server was a public fucking server. Like, you could join the server, you could see it for what it fucking was. If there was anything evil or hidden inside it, why would it be a public server you could fucking fully access and share? Like, I just don't understand all of this like manipulation people use to try and be like, oh, this server was fucking not safe for work, or Parlo was hosting it and stuff like that. Like, it's a very loose term saying that I own the server, considering the fact that like we were literally on the cusp of me literally giving it to someone else because I didn't feel. I literally, like, the screenshots I show, I was like, yo, bro, I'm just so inactive in this server, I feel like I just can't own it at all. And I never checked IRL media either, which was where the problems transpired. Had I seen it, I would have obviously got rid of it and stuff. The problem came from Pyro. People posted their fires and stuff. I mean, like, the suggestive images. I think the worst image was Pyro posting images of one image of him in his like boxer shorts with his hand covering like the bulge parts and nothing showed. Yeah, I know, man. Like, fuck, why the fuck would you post that? And it pisses me off because now I'm fucking interlinked with that when I had Yeah, I had no fucking clue that was that. It was obviously fucking indecent and shit, but it's not fucking CP like or CSEM CSAM content because this is
Yeah.
what someone did. So someone Bucketeer was trying to say that the server had CP, and then I beat them in a debate about it because there was no fucking nudity of minors in that server. So then they started saying it was softcore, and then we started shitting them for their fucking terrible use of softcore when it's a situation which is meant to be cut and dry, either is or isn't. And then they decided to post two videos. Let me just drink water before I fucking say this.
You're good, man.
Of Indian children getting fucking groomed by men.
Oh, okay, buddy.
Indian children exploitation material as some like fucking 4D chat. He didn't even fucking special. He just fucking did it. These are the schizos I have to deal with, and like, and the same people who are like saying that this server's bad. Like Morswell is literally posting my files from when I was 16. I think if anything, those images are on the same caliber as what people are trying to spin as fucking bad in like the homotopia situation and shit. They're not being called out. They're the ones who are possessing it as well. Why am I getting called out? Of course, the server was a big, fat fucking mistake in the sense that I should have been active. The server would have been good had I been active. The server would have been good had I known what had transpired. But to then be a bad faith as fuck and then try and purport some narrative that like I knew that what was going on and stuff, and to try and fucking ruin my credibility over that? No, fuck no, that's retarded. Sorry, don't flag me. Don't flag me on Twitter. Sorry, that's stupid. That's stupid as shit. I could go onto any Discord server and selectively get a couple fucking screenshots and then push a narrative that, oh, people in here are degenerates and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, people in here were, but they were like, charged teenagers at that age. Like they were like sexually charged messages and stuff, horny hormones at that time and stuff. I'm not trying to sound like a fucking weirdo. That was what was going on and stuff like that. Once again, I wasn't looking at the messages. Nattie, who was moderating the server, testified in my 52-minute homotopia response video, which I hope certain YouTubers watch before they decide to lie about the situation. Said herself she wasn't active in the server either. I mean, it was one of those servers in which was made when I was having breakdowns and stuff, so I really just wasn't. I mean, how many times can I say I wasn't active? I mean, if people still want to come out and lie and say I fucking was fully complicit in knowing what was happening, then, I mean, go ahead, but that's just not true.
I'm kind of curious about one thing that you said earlier.
Yeah?
So you said Nattie Forsyth was making a 2-hour response video.
Yes.
How do you know this?
So I keep in contact with a bunch of people. I kept in contact with XD Gamer, despite the fact that XD Gamer would dox the fuck out of me. I keep in contact with a commentary YouTuber, anyone who wants to make a fucking video of me. I don't care. I'll keep in contact with them and shit. So Nat came to me on an alt recently, and then I wanted her to corroborate in the homotopia response because it was a situation in which intertwined us both. So if we could both tackle the same point together, then that would be easy to deal with. Just because I'm in connections with them does not mean I support any of their actions whatsoever.
No, I know.
And like, in fact, I'll condemn it. Like what she did in that YouTuber server, which Green Lego Cats brought up with the 14-year-old. That's like, I don't. That was fucking weird. That was creepy. I don't know why she did that. With the thing which she did, the homotopia situation, that fucking ruins my image because my name's linked to that server. I fucking yelled at her for that as well. Hox can testify about that as well. I don't know. I don't want to like bring Hox into the situation, but he can attest that he was in call. Yeah,
Yeah,
but he could tell.
Yeah,
but he could
Degenerate idiot, bro. It's all your fault.
Wait, Hox. Yeah. Hox says, yeah, absolutely. I fucking yelled at her. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is this? How many fucking times are you gonna use the I did no excuse and shit like that? So I was doing that stuff, but
Vividly.
a lot of the points people have used against her are fucking like they're lies. Like use a UK VPN. Actually, I'm gonna prove it to you guys right now. Okay.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna connect to Germany, and we're gonna search up Nattie Forsyth, and
doxing? Crazy?
and their public view. All right. Okay. Nattie. Forsyth, there we go. And as you can see, we've got sensitive societies video, Lanz's video, all of that stuff. So let me share my screen. Okay. I think this is it.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, here we go. So as you can see, we're on Lanz's video here. We can see it and shit like that. So now I'm gonna go on to my VPN and I'm gonna turn it off. It might disconnect me a bit, but I'm gonna disconnect it. So go back to the UK, and this is what happens.
I'm pretty sure that's like a defamation strike, right?
They've all got a defamation complaint. Every single video on her has, because you have to prove this with UK legal documents or police records that the information propagated in the video is false. Nattie Forsyth has contacted attorneys and stuff. The problem is she doesn't have money. She's very fucking broke. She has a fucking gambling addiction, which I tried to bully her out of, because that's probably the only way you can.
Yeah.
She has all that shit. It's very depressing. She was an idol of mine, like a fucking idol. And I tried desperately to get like fucking attention from them back in like 2021. So just to see them in the place they are now, it's fucking insane. Like, what a fool from fucking grace and stuff. But she has attorneys who say, yes, you have a case. I mean, the people who are trying to call you a pedophile in these videos have admitted on Jalen's, because Jalen uploaded like a Twitter space video. They admitted on that they don't even believe that Nat's a pedophile. Nat never sent a cock picture to a 12-year-old. She never jacked off into a sock and sent it to kids and stuff. She never did any of that. A bunch of these situations, I told her, I encouraged her actually to say that, you know what? A lot of these things are false, so you need to come out about it. Because she had firecrackers thrown at her house recently. She's had her docs information. She's had rape threats to her fucking younger sister. And people are all using this shit as like vigilanteism. Oh, I can get away with extreme harassment to her because I can purport the fact that she's a pedophile. It's so fucked up. Since when is it ever right to give rape threats to her fucking 15-year-old sister? You are literally being a pedophile in the fact that you're saying you're going to rape her, and then she's had people stalking her. She's gone to a fucking supermarket and had people look at her like getting an onion, for example, and saying, "Oh, nice onion there, Nat," or "Nice, Nat, I saw you walk past this today," and shit like that, giving rape threats to her as well. Like, it's insane the fucking harassment she's gotten. And from the lies, I've consulted her on every single fucking point, like every single one. I haven't strayed away from the fact. And people are like, oh, Parlo's really silent about the Nat stuff. Oh my fucking god. Literally, the Nat stuff is all I fucking speak about every day with certain YouTubers and stuff. It's a contention point with many big YouTubers I speak to. I listen to their side, I listen to Nat's side. I'm like the intermediary person. When have I ever said, oh, you know what? Nat's a big fat fucking pedophile and I fucking support that shit. Never fucking did that. And this is what the commentary YouTubers are going to try and spin, that I have like some pedo ties or some shit like that. Well, unlike Jalen, I'm versed in the situation. I've done a lot of research into it. I've consulted her on a lot of stuff. And like, I believe I'm tired of defending her like on my behalf. It's time for her to do it herself. And I'm not trying to sound like an asshole here, but I've listened to her a lot, but she's got to stop throwing a pity party for herself and fucking start like going head on addressing these situations, because she's got points. I believe wholeheartedly she's got like solid points against a lot of creators and a lot of fucking bad faith shit they've used and stuff. Because if I truly thought she was a pedophile, my whole career, as I prefaced earlier, is based off exposing pedophiles. So why would I be actively associating with one? And many of the people in private, I'm not going to go over big YouTubers, but here's the thing. Let me drink another fucking bottle of water because we're going into some wild shit now, alright?
Oh boy.
So she went by multiple aliases: Nathrix, Scrimsox, Natigska. I really have to try and avoid accidentally saying that name wrong, but and a Nattie Forsyth. And her allegations came out on Nathrix in 2019. And Kaneko Kitten shouted out her new channel, Scrimsox, and lots of people subscribed to her and stuff. And in 2020 and 2021, Scrimsox was extremely popular in the Roblox community. They would make a video every fucking day and they would get hundreds of thousands of views, 200,000. They got, some of the videos got 500,000 views. They were the biggest, apart from Kaneko Kitten, they were the second biggest Roblox commentary channel. And this was after their allegations that came out. Many YouTubers had told them in private they believe that they're like not as bad as people are trying to push like out to the public. Many big YouTubers, I'm not going to name them, but it does change your perspective on a lot. When I mean the big, I mean the biggest. Like right now, the biggest YouTubers in the Roblox community at that time were defending her. And what Nat has stated is when she came out as trans and changed her name from Scrimsox to Natigska, a lot of the commentary community started drawing their eyes on her again and what she did in the past. And they corroborated like their idealisms of like making fun of Nat for being trans and stuff with being like, oh, hey, wait a minute, ain't this a pedophile? And so they all start bringing up this stuff and they start warping the situations. They start merging situations together and making like a fucking Frankenstein of a case. She sent a picture of her cock to a 16 turning 17-year-old when she was 19. It was a 2-year 7-month age gap. No one can tell me that that's fucking pedophilic. No one can fucking tell me that. There's people in the commentary community who would defend that shit and say, oh, it's a 3-year age gap. People defend fucking Zaptai for this for shit. Why the fuck are they trying to pin that as a pedophile for that? Then they merge that situation and say that, oh, she sent a cock picture to a 12-year-old. No, the 12-year-old was added to the group chat, in which was a degenerate group chat at the time, and Nat had no idea of the age, and then they bring up this fucking dumbass screenshot of Nat saying K4 you were 14. It's completely cropped and it shows no fucking above context. So no one knows what the fuck it is. Nat, who has been pretty consistent to me with her narratives, has consistently said that people were jokingly guessing her ages. People said 15, 16, 17, and she guessed fucking 14 because that wasn't said. There's no way of telling she's lying, and there's no way of using this screenshot as like a fucking smoking gun screenshot that like she was aware that they were 14. Plus, as well, in Snapchat, she had asked for nudes because she believed that they were of legal age in the thing. And at the time, she thought 16 was of legal age. But the thing is, right, she, with Cinny, because this is the crazy situation. The crazy situation is the 12-year-old. Cinny was the 16-year-old. Cinny sent an indecent image of themselves, I believe, in which was the reason why Nat had to get the hard drive destroyed. Not because she had a possessed CP, which is what all these dumb fucking commentary channels are trying to claim, but it was because that that shit gets cached on your hard drive if an image is sent on a Discord message, right? So the police have to destroy the hard drive because if there's equipment to find that shit's cached, then there's the same equipment which can re-get that image, like that can make it possible to obtain that image again. So they had to destroy it, not because Nat was going to obtain it, but just out of preventative measures, all right? So out of 8 months of looking on her shit, they found no fucking CP whatsoever. And then people were trying to be like using wordplay semantics saying, oh, it was inconclusive. No, she was fucking cleared. That's why YouTube gave defamation complaints in all the videos claiming otherwise, because that's just fucking not true. And with the CP with like that stuff, indecent imagery and stuff, she didn't get prosecuted because what she did, every other fucking person in the UK does under high school context. No one can fucking you can't just go around saying like, oh, that stuff's pedophilic or that stuff's bad, when every other high schooler delves into like that kind of stuff. High schoolers share that kind of content all the fucking time. Like, they're degenerates at that age. At that age they're fucking horny teens and they do that shit. That's no fucking lie. That's not fucking like can you guys like attest that that's like a narrative in which like, it's true. Like nudes are shared a lot in high school, right?
Oh yeah, that is true.
The police don't prosecute what Nat did because the CP laws normally come from like 50 or 40-year-old men who have like genuine CSAM content, like of actual child exploitation videos and stuff. Those people are prosecuted to the highest extent. But if Nat's going to get prosecuted for something high schoolers do, then why isn't every other high schooler, probably millions of fucking people across the UK, getting prosecuted for that? Well, it's because there's a hidden close age exemption rule, in which is where the police just didn't prosecute it. They said they could legally fuck her over, but they won't, because they know that shit is like, so many other people do it. Here's the thing. You get a random person on the street, and you hyperanalyze everything they've done. They've probably done a lot of fucked up shit too, and then that's not to absolve Nat of what she's done, but it's just to go into the fact that everything Nat's done has been hyper-analyzed because she's a public figure. Like, she's been under like magnification times 1,000. So everything she's done has been warped meticulously to make her look much worse than she is. I believe, and I'm not using this as an excuse, this is genuine context. I believe she doesn't have the full process at the current moments of time to like understand. For example, when she posted that cock gore video, which everyone uses, that was 6 years ago. She apologized for that, and she's never done a situation like that again. I personally said it was fucked up, and I called it the Carl Jacobs cock incident because Carl Jacobs wasn't cool, and Nat posted that, and I just find it insane that Carl Jacobs was actually there witnessing whatever the fuck that was. Obviously, that was degenerate of her to do. Extremely degenerate, disgusting, vile. Do not support that shit, of course, at all. But she's changed since then. This is 6 years ago. Do you really think it's fair to hold a person up to what they did fucking 6 years ago when they've addressed it so many times? Like, how many more times can you address and show how apologetic you are? Like, and they haven't done it again. If that's not taking accountability, then I don't fucking know what is. Like, yeah, it's insane. But the thing is, I don't believe they have the thought process because here's the thing: they are autistic, but like heavily. So they don't understand really. Like, they don't take a step back before they do this and have like the full cognitive ability to be like, hey, you know what? Maybe this isn't good because they made a video as well about the stigmatization of pedophilia, and this was like the commentary community is like fucking, they got a rise out of this because they could be like, let me drink another sip of fucking water.
You're good.
Because they were like, you know, I can twist this into her calling someone a pedophile is bad. No, the point she makes, and it's worded really terrible in the fucking in the thumbnail title, but that's to get clicks. Many big YouTubers behind the scenes supported her narrative, is that non-offenders, right, who know that they're attracted to kids but don't act on that urge, are not, they don't tend to go to therapy and contact, like, or tell their family about the truth behind the situation, because being a pedophile is so scrutinized in society, and they're worried about, like, how their family would react and stuff. So they're more prone to keep that shit bottled up until the point where maybe they do actually act on their urges and stuff. So her whole point is that to non-offenders, she wants to like propel a narrative that like you should go to therapy if you are to mitigate you becoming a offender and having, you know, corrupted youth or had victims and stuff like that. And she's had these things. She's had these like bursts of like, you know, it's a genuine thing to say, but like, why would she have ever made that video knowing, you know, of all her past allegations? It's just something she shouldn't have done because she knew it was. I don't think she knew that it would rekindle some kind of like level of shit towards her because she had these like, she's obviously had like pedo allegations and stuff. So this video could like be added to like some narrative if it's warped that much that like, oh, she's defending fucking pedophiles now and legitimizing them and stuff, and like people trying to claim she was a lolicon and stuff when like the point she was making was that in countries which like legalize lolicon, the consumption of like a CSEM content, which is like child exploitation material, was severely like lowered, and like child exploitation in general, like child abuse, was lowered because these people consume that content and stuff. And I mean, me and others like kind of shout on her because of like her stance on like that kind of stuff. But now that you look back at it, I mean, like there is a point, but like it's just something that she shouldn't be discussing considering her past and stuff. But like people are trying to claim she's pro lolicon. Man, the lolicons fucking hate her because she literally has told lolicons to kill themselves and made videos on them before, calling them pedophiles and stuff. But it's insane how the narrative is shifted to be like, oh, she's a bad, terrible human being and stuff. And the new allegation being brought up is obviously the 14, 18-year-old situation where she made like fucking weird, very weird comments on a YouTuber server to like someone who's like anonymous, so we have no idea who the fuck they are. But basically, the point is Nat doesn't remember this situation and we have no idea who the victim is. So what she's saying is it could be fucking fake, who knows? And also, why would she be like, she said Epic Games ass reveal to the 14-year-old. So, by the way, I can hear myself echoing like someone's mic and stuff, so it's kind of like putting me off. So sorry if I stammer or something. But basically, why would she be preying on this minor on a YouTuber Discord server in front of all of them is my fucking question. I don't believe, I just believe she's very creepy given these situations. But I do believe she's obviously remorseful and she's gone through like so much fucking shit. And this ties in with the homotopia stuff. like, why would I have given someone who I knew was a pedophile moderation perms in that situation? It just doesn't compute at all. So I encouraged her to make a 2 hour long response going over everything, so it's easily digestible to viewers that like a lot of stuff propagated against her was bullshit and stuff. Like, it's not me trying to be like fucking complicit in pedophilia or anything. It's like, if you're so sure that like all of this is true, which what I've seen is true, then you gotta defend yourself rather than relying on me to try and be a white knight and stuff. Because I've defended her a lot. And I've won a lot of debates and stuff, but like I don't believe it's something to be proud of, because like this is someone like who's being harassed fucking shit because of lies and stuff. So it's a very depressing case for her, and I just don't like being people trying to pin me and link me to her, saying like I'm complicit in any of this shit, or I'm even complicit in the homotopia shit. I'm certainly never gonna make a server like the homotopia server again.
Well,
But yeah.
there was a lot to break down there, so I'll just go through that. Sorry, fucking hell, I haven't spoken for so long, bro.
Die.
My voice, bro.
Dude, my
Yeah,
voice
yeah.
is burning right now. I don't know how
Bro,
long I've
yeah.
been on for.
Maybe 10, 15 minutes, I think. Just going over some of the stuff you said, starting with like the original homotopia stuff. Like my stance on it from what you've just said there, or what you said there, is the images like the worst end that you like sort of explained and talked about. To me, like of course I wasn't there in the server, and like I haven't like ever seen any of these images or shit like that, thank God. But they seem just like they're very gross and weird images. Like I personally wouldn't want to look at them ever
I
see them.
certainly don't want
In
to
that
see them
sense.
either.
Yeah, exactly right.
I never
But
saw
like,
them. I only saw them in the XD
mhm,
game document as well, so
yeah.
I can see.
And maybe there was some like weird stuff got like being spoke about, should I say there, like not like CP or anything like that from what I've
Yeah,
heard and
yeah.
stuff. And it just sounds like as well the moderation was just incredibly bad. Like going from Natty to Pyro and stuff like that. That maybe the moderation, or no, definitely the moderation could have been way better and would have probably prevented all of this. Realistically, if the moderation was like very like core, and I get them like being able to moderate a server is difficult. Like trust me, I've had my fair issues with the TrashTalk Cup server. But like again, I feel like if the moderation was like tighter and better, it would have prevented a lot of that. And just going off of what you said about Natty as well, just my take on Natty and everything, is that like I said to Femios when they were like defending Natty and stuff, is my take on Natty. Like a lot of people, I don't think Natty is a pedophile. I think they're extremely gross, and I think they're extremely weird. Like they've done deplorable stuff, and I don't think there's anything that they have done where actually I'm not like, oh god, this is weird or whatever. But like I don't agree with. Again, it comes down to people's reactions, right? You can 100% find someone disgusting, like a deplorable human being, right? Which is my take on Natty, right? Like I don't have like anything personally against Natty. Natty's never done anything to me, but I do find what they've done deplorable, disgusting, and gross, right?
Mhm.
But my take on it is that you can still find all of that grim, but treat them still like a human being. Like throwing, like what did you say about firecrackers and shit at their house? Like I remember Natty saying, like about that they've had like their family and like their sister and stuff have had like rape threats and all that sort of crap against them and stuff, and just like a lot of weird sexual stuff, and other threats and violence and crap. You can find what they've done disgusting and deplorable, because trust me, I do, without all of that stuff, which I don't get. I think that's a common issue in comedy, is you can't just find something deplorable, disgusting, and disagree with it. You have to then go the step further. With you, it's like leaking your face, showing your face and stuff, doing all that crap. With Natty, it's these horrible like actions in their real life that affect their day-to-day life, put their family in danger, and that sort of thing, which I don't personally get, right? That if they had been arrested for like being a pedophile and pedophilia, and I would get a lot of the comments made, not the sister stuff, because I think that's just weird in itself. That's a whole like other situation in itself there. I would get a lot of the comments made towards Natty, but they haven't been convicted, right? So everything that you do say ends up being allegedly, right? You can't just follow that strict. Right? Like everyone has different takes on it, because again, if they had been arrested for like a lot of the stuff people like have accused Natty of, then well, there's no question there, right? They've been arrested, they've been tried, whatever like that. But there is question there. Like I don't agree with like the like pants stuff, them being in there like pants. I don't. like and the stream stuff.
Your mic's
what
lagging,
happens.
sorry.
I was
Yeah, I
what were you
thought-
saying? Oh yeah, the stream
Yeah, I
shit. Yeah, I could go over that as well, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was just me.
The stream shit was I found it on just Twitter like randomly, like a very old post, and I brought it out to them and stuff. And what they were trying to say is how they were like half asleep and stuff, and it was just a small segment from the stream, not intended to be the entire stream because the stream was like 3 hours long, and that was like a 10-minute interval or something like that. But once again, it was a contention point between me and her, and I couldn't defend that because it was I still found it extremely weird. And he was like trying to say, well, Creekcraft did the same thing and stuff like that. Well, I don't think Creekcraft was in his underwear on top of his like sexual partner and stuff like that. So like, whatever. Well, it's not whatever. It's pretty gross. So I obviously don't support that situation there.
I am curious about one thing. I don't know if they've given a stance, but like to my understanding from the Kaneko kit, like not Kaneko, well, fuck, the Green Lego Cats video, was that they like ran Nat off the internet, and it was something that they couldn't defend was what happened in the RCC server, and that's why they terminated their channel.
And they just couldn't deal with the. It wasn't the Green Lego Cats video. That was It was a video which I knew would be coming out for a while now. She knew would be coming out for a while, but it was just mainly because she just wanted to be off the internet. She just couldn't deal with it anymore, so she just left there. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, about the Green Lego Cat stuff. She had a problem with how Green Lego Cats was like, oh, she put this image in a server full of minors and then posts that exact same video image uncensored on his video. So yeah, that was a problem she was like bringing up there as well. Like, if this image was such a problem, why did you post it uncensored to your viewers and stuff? But that's a point for her to bring up. I just wanted to say that was one of her points against there, and how Green Lego Cats also was saying how like she did the panty stream, of course, and how he showed that stream uncensored in his video as well. So God knows how many minors saw that as well, which is the problem. And also how Green Lego Cats originally was like calling out Nat for having apparently jacked off into a sock and cummed in it or some shit. However, I told Green Lego Cats, well, this isn't true. It was actually the last guest plush, which was a plush given to Nat by Miss fucking Oblivious HD as like promotional material, and she had pretended to like dry hump it or something. There was just one still image of her putting it in front of her like crotch area, but like it was clothed and stuff. And there was no proof it was in front of minors. But Green Lego Cats like blurred it still to make it look worse than it actually was when there was no nudity there at all. So like that's another point she had and stuff. But yeah, that's what she was saying about the video and shit.
What did she say about the there was that alleged thing with the 14-year-old in the RCC server? Did she ever have a take on that or not?
When I was talking about the thing originally, like the 15-minute segment where I just went off, basically what she was saying from that is she didn't remember basically what was happening there because it doesn't help that the miner's name in this situation was like blood. So she has no idea if this is made up. However, I think I can vouch that it's not made up because I remember seeing this. It was given to me earlier. However, what I see from the situation, well, her opinion was that like it was just weird jokes that weren't called out earlier but are brought up now that multiple big YouTubers were seeing at the time and didn't have any like real problem with. It wasn't anything necessarily or inherently predatory because like one of the it was very weird and stuff, but I'm expecting a response from her. She did give a genuine response when it was first brought up months back, but I genuinely for love of me can't remember what her points were, all of them at least.
I see. Yeah, because like that, I think that was like the thing that was probably the most concerning part of the video, in my opinion, the RCC stuff, because they alleged that like they jerked off in a call, but like they didn't.
Yeah, okay. So basically, Nat says Green Lego Cats has absolutely no proof she jerked off in a call because it never happened, and then she says that like the audio of her moaning. That first of all, what's the point of saying that like she did that when there's no proof? because
Right.
Green Lego Cat said that there's an audio file, but we don't have it. And then shows like a screenshot of the audio file. What's the point of having a screenshot of an audio file without having the actual audio file? But and it shows like the moan, but like if you analyze the wavelength of it, it looks more like a fucking shout, like a fucking like Viking yell than anything, whatever. But another one was that apparently she like paid ASMR from the 14-year-old, but there's no payment receipts at all. So if anything, it could just be completely bullshit. So we'll just have to wait and see what her response is. But basically, it's just a bunch of unfounded accusations. I think the worst thing she said to the 14-year-old was that you have a lolly voice and Epic Games ass reveal.
Oh,
So yeah.
Bro, man. Well, sorry. I'm just trying to process that last line. Sorry.
Lolly voice or Epic Games ass reveal?
Well, man. Well, like
Both.
I think when viewing like that situation and everything, it is it's a double-edged sword, right? Like I feel like it doesn't matter what you say about it, or not that line in particular, but just like in general, you're gonna get like different opinions on it, right? It's a situation that I feel like there is quite a lot of infighting going on with it. And I don't know what Ace's views are on it. Ace, is there anything you want to say there?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a complicated situation, and like, there's just a lot of like weird situations with Nattie that it's kind of concerning how many weird cases there are.
Yeah,
But
this is what me and like a bunch of people were talking about. Like, there's not one smoking gun. Like there was a situation which like a big Roblox YouTuber was trying to state like apparently there's a situation where like she was 18 or 19 jacking off in cool to like a 13-year-old and stuff, but like they told me about this, and I asked, okay, can I speak to the victim? They say the victim doesn't want to come out about it. Okay, what's the fucking point about coming out about that situation then? What's the point of telling me about that if the victim doesn't want to even come out about the story and wants to remain like whatever? But that's the smoking gun which I really want to like see, because like it would finally put an end to this entire situation. Like if she is proven guilty and stuff. But the main point, like everyone was bringing up here, and I can agree with, is like how many similar situations are there of like this degeneracy, and how like that is there a pattern? Is there a fucking pattern? Maybe there is. Maybe these are just genuine fuck ups, but way too many where she just needs to leave the internet because it clearly isn't good for her mental health anymore or people
Well,
around
yeah,
her.
I think that's the thing, right? There have been so many situations, similar and of similar vein, where like I don't blame people for coming to like the conclusion they have been coming to, right? Because again, like Cox has just said, in the fucking TrashTalk chat, it's the volume. Although nothing's conclusive, what we keep coming back to is it's too ambiguous, right? Like there are so many factors like involved and so many situations involved that it does get a bit like, okay, right, regardless what you believe, like it does become more and more suspicious, right? Like I feel like that's the takeaway there.
Oh shit, I'm screen sharing. Sorry, continue.
Like I feel like that's the massive takeaway, is the fact that the more and more situations that keep coming out, the more and more, like, for a lot of people it's conclusive, regardless if it is or not, right? Like that's a lot of people's thing, is that the more and more weird situations that they find themselves in, and more come out, it sort of seals their fate, right? The fact that, okay, we think this, we believe that, and that's definitely a reason why I think they should stay offline, right? I don't think being online is a good suitable place for them. I don't think as well. I think a lot of people would say they're not trustworthy online as well. Like I personally wouldn't want them in like a server of mine. I wouldn't trust it, like just purely based on the stuff that they've done, right?
I mean,
They-
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean, right?
They've genuinely actually told me in DMs that they don't really feel responsible for their platform, and
I
like,
think that's why they took it away. I mean, I told them
Yeah.
yeah, that's why they took it away from themselves. I don't think it was to hide from anything, but like I believe like she has one last chance to voice her entire situation. If she fucks up, she fucks it up. And I've had so many people tell me, like really close friends, just cut ties with her. And I've cut ties, and I keep fucking coming back, and I don't know if it's because I'm easily manipulated or whatever, because people are trying to claim she fucking groomed me and shit. Like yeah, I know. But like they're genuinely like these are big level people trying to like give like and shell out a lot of proof and stuff. I don't know, but I just want an excuse to either remain in contact or not. And like if she doesn't want to defend herself, then I think that's what I'll be doing, because like it's not my fucking job to clean your ass with all of this shit. It's your job, not fucking mine. And
Well,
I
yeah.
get the brunt of all this fucking shit, and it is so fucking irritating. I make a video calling out someone bad, and they're like, "Oh, well, aren't you associating with Natty fucking Forsyth?" How does that absolve any? How does it absolve me of any legitimacy when I'm talking about a completely unrelated situation? It's fucking. It's just fucking. And it's just irritating. It's not unbearable. It's just fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and I feel like then that adds on to the arguments that people bring up against you, right? Like it culminates in like what we've been speaking about really this episode, like bringing it all together and stuff. With the flagging stuff, like the accusations that are like led against you with that, the homotopia stuff, like with Nattie and the Nattie and stuff. I feel like it's just another thing that's added on to like all of that, right? As okay, this is what we put on our Parlo video, right? All right, they've got a connection with Nattie Forsyth, the homotopia stuff, the alleged striking of Grimsy, that sort of crap, right? Which doesn't reflect well on you, and I think we've really dived into like a lot of that and like. How that's affected your reputation, how that affects that stuff.
And then there wasn't a video on me in a while until Gone Fishing made a video, and then everyone tries to say like or try and rekindle shit, because there are other points I'm gonna try and like hammer out. But basically, Gone Fishing made a video on me. We kind of spoke about the homotopia shit and other shit for like 3 fucking hours. We're friends now. We're friends on Discord. We're alright. I mean, I've had respect for him as a content creator and stuff. I didn't want to start drama. I could have made a response. I could have started massive fucking drama, but I just don't want that. I respect his community, but they don't respect me. It's fine. Whatever. I'm kind of getting cucked, but whatever. It's fine. But basically, I go over every point. I'm going over every point like he brought up in the video, like on my separate channel without like, bringing him into it. But the point is like the Israel versus Palestine video I made.
Yeah.
What a transition.
So we have that, and then we have the fucking 2022, early 2022 suicide shit, where like the self-harm stuff, where people were trying to weaponize my suicidality to try and either prove that I was like mentally like I had the full cognitive mindset at the time, despite being 16, fucking really mentally ill at the time, and having to be forcefully taken to a ward when I was posting images of of my self-harm and shit. Which obviously no excuse there. You shouldn't have done that. Obviously, didn't know at the time. Like it really did traumatize them how triggering it was. But at the time I was like proving that I'm not baiting here. I'm not suicide baiting. Like it was a genuine thing. Like it was a genuine escapism. Like when I was like that suicidal and shit, I was disgusted in myself. So I took anger out of myself and I did that. I think 200 slits. I was on call with like people, and I was like venting to them about the shit, and I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't or anything. I was just generally just wanted someone to hear me out and stuff like that. And the problem was like it was on call with like for example, I went onto my Discord server and did it, and there were like kids listening to it. And I feel terrible for what I put them through and stuff, but I think they will forgive me from it because I've like apologized to them and stuff like that, and we've moved on. I mean, it's been almost 2 years now. I'm not trying to use time as like some invalidating factor, but like it's only so long you can like delve on a situation like that before you just have to realize like it's just time to move on and not harp onto like depressive subjects like this. I mean, some people have tried to like bark shit between me and fucking Gone Fishing as well, despite the fact that we've like moved on from the subject as well, trying to be like, oh well, no, this isn't how it ends. You need Gone Fishing, you need to fucking do this, or Parlo, you need to fucking do this and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just not how it is. Sometimes both parties just want to move on from like the shit. Like it's very taxing on both fucking sides and stuff. And like I'm not gonna sit here and fucking pretend like early 2022 March, the suicidality situation was it was worse than fucking May of 2023. It was horrible. And then I have people like XD Gamer who have my like uncensored self-harm images and are posting it to minors again because they originally were the ones who were calling me out for that stuff. And they have those images uncensored of me, self-harm images of like a minor on their hard drive and shit. And they kept saying, "Oh, I'm fucking jacking off to it. Oh, I busted a fucking load to your self-harm images. Oh, I'm really getting off to them and shit like that." And they're posting it uncensored to minors as well. They're fucking hypocrites. And the commentary community don't give a shit about these fucking people. It's just all about me, 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 me. And it doesn't matter who the fuck's calling me out or who's making these call-out posts. As long as they fucking hate me, they're fucking Jesus Christ. They're like fucking, they fucking Michelangelo, you know? It's just insane. It's just insane how they're put on the pedestal and they're just so well fucking respected, despite the fact that they've done absolutely disgusting stuff. Like the fucking Socrates, they're not. They're a fucking horrible, shitty human being. They're worse than Brit Bong in the sense that they fucking they consistently post child porn and dox people and stuff. They're literally horrible. But anyway. Back with the gun fishing stuff, the Israel versus Palestine stuff was a video I made because I was interested in I still am very interested in geopolitics. I had made a video on the Russia-Ukraine situation, and this sounds so cancer how it affected the Roblox community, how they responded to it. Video wasn't monetized, that one. I know, but the video wasn't monetized, and it was just going over how a YouTuber who didn't swear that much called Putin a bitch. I know, fucking crazy. Slow news day. But this video was monetized, and I ended up donating the money. I think it was today actually. To St. Jude's because I couldn't donate to a Palestinian one because I didn't know the CVC code at the back of my card because I don't have the card on me. So I could only use my PayPal because and PayPal can be linked to St. Jude's, so I used that instead. So what happened was I donated that, and I think it was better that I had ads on the video because hear me out. If it was a fundraiser, you have to rely on sporadic donations from people who want to go out their way to donate to that. If it's ads on a video, you are forced to watch the ad, therefore it is a consistent stream of money coming in. Ads are off in that video now because I don't feel comfortable having ads on it anymore. But like I donated like money from the video. Like I didn't gain anything from the video. If anything, I gained shit from the video. Like, and maybe justified because a Roblox YouTuber shouldn't fucking cover complex war situations like that. But the points I made in the video were never a contention point people made. Like the points I made in the video were justified. There was like this schizophrenic fucking moron called Eprox who was trying to justify like, oh, I find it so base that fucking Hamas went into a fucking I went into Israel and fucking killed 260 people at the fucking music concert, most of them who weren't even of Israeli nationality. Or I find it so cool that Israel's fucking burning right now. And this guy had been harassing me to shit like in 2021. And basically I was like, no, this guy can't get away with being a degenerate, so I'm gonna fucking make a video on it and call him out. And then obviously there's games like Israel versus Palestine games where like they're like fucking Roblox IDF fucking aircrafts blowing up Gaza and shit. And then people claiming I was over exaggerating. Let me take another drink of fucking water.
You're good.
People were claiming I was over exaggerating the shit when literally someone makes a post about this Indonesian game in which has like thousands of kids with fucking Palestinian flags waving around and fucking rioting. I don't know if you saw that on Twitter, but like I wasn't over exaggerating the situation. Like Roblox cultivates the mindset of the children, and the children see that this shit's happening geopolitically, and they find a way to express their opinions on fucking Roblox. So I'm gonna cover on Roblox if it's a big issue and shit like that. Like the kids get their stupid fucking like take on it. Like, oh, I'm so glad that Israel's burning and people are dying, and I'm gonna fucking call that out because the person who made that comment had quite a lot of, well, they used to have a lot of influence. They were one of the main people harassing me and stuff, so I'm not going to let them get away with doing this shit again. And they were cultivating like a fucking anti-Israel, fucking anti-Semitic echo chamber, which I kind of wanted to break. So I got in an argument on Twitter with them, and then I had this guy say I was like a fucking dirty Jew and I should kill myself. Literally, they did say that. Death threats kind of mean fuck all to me now. I get so many every day. I mean, I have to close my fucking DMs at some point because someone, I think, sent fucking child porn files in my DMs and fucking Ronnie McNutt blowing his brain off gore, wrist slitting gore and shit like that. I mean, I have the best fucking fan base in the world. What
Yeah.
can I say? But my whole point is that like, you know, I know the backlash I'm gonna get, but I still want to voice my opinion on it. And people can like fucking say I'm a dumbass for it and stuff like that, but like I still felt like I needed to make that video for a reason. I wanted to first of all educate viewers who didn't know about the situation.
Mhm.
And you can't and people are like, oh well I don't want to know about the war and stuff. Or like and then this is another point, people are like, oh you shouldn't cover pedophiles on your channel and stuff. No, I'm here to educate, like first of all, pedophile wise, like the parents of these children don't warn them about the dangers of the internet, so it's my job with the influence I preside over to basically educate them about the dangers of the internet, who the people are to avoid, the tactics to always watch out for, and how to mitigate, you know, potential victims in the future
Yeah.
and all of that shit. And I can't believe I get these people who are fucking like saying, "Oh, you shouldn't expose them." Yeah, they absolutely should fucking know about it. And with this war stuff, I mean, I get some people want escapism from YouTube, but you're looking at a fucking Roblox drama YouTuber. Like you're looking at a fucking stressful YouTube channel. The video goes over stressful shit, so like you're not really looking for escapism on my channel, so you can kind of expect me to cover something on this
Yeah.
caliber. Like
Well,
I don't understand like the fucking gatekeeping on the video and stuff. Like I get the fucking monetization because I called Jalen out for monetizing situations like that, and then Turkey Tom came out and said, "Well, actually, Parlo, you're actually grandstanding and moral f slurring over it." I think they're doing them a service. So I was like, okay, if the commentary YouTubers defend monetizing deaths and stuff, then I'll monetize this situation. I got shat on, so I corrected the error. And then I realized that it was actually better that I monetized it because I actually got money from the situation rather than relying on sporadic donations and shit. So that situation's out. And then I think the last situation Gone Fishing brought up was the Looped Q one, where Looped Q was like this commentary YouTuber who was like a very OG in the Roblox community, came back again. I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy you're back again. Didn't age well because the guy's a fucking idiot. And then during like a Guamgo stream situation, which I've already addressed, where Guamgo accidentally showed an indecent image of a minor, which was put on like some evidence channel when he showed it. I had no idea he was going to do it. I gasped when he fucking showed it because I genuinely didn't expect him to do that. Then I told him, bro, you showed it on stream. Then he muted his mic. Then we were speaking on stream. Like he muted his stream mic and then was speaking to me, and I was like, bro, you need to delete your fucking stream. But he's probably going to make a response to it because the people who are trying to call him out for it, XD Gamer and Sidice, have both done the exact same fucking thing, so they have no grounds to speak on. But basically. Oh, where the fuck was I going with that tangent?
I don't know.
No, the looped Q thing. So everyone, so basically the point made was that I said I was being very egotistical because the thumbnails I was claiming didn't look the same at all. And looped Q is someone who's a fucking idiot because he was claiming in that situation XD Gamer had a right to purposely or download that uncensored stream with the indecent image of a minor to his fucking hard drive compared to Gramgo who accidentally showed it. Because according to Looped Q, it's all right to download, what he was claiming, it's all right to download child porn if you're trying to accuse someone else for having child porn, which was probably one of the most retarded fucking things I've ever heard. And that's the kind of guy I'm dealing with. So he made a video talking about some like fucking Roblox topic about some kid who faked cancer to try and get a Dominus. And then this shit was big on Twitter, and then I cover it as well. And then he's like, "Oh, dude, you copied my video idea. Who the fuck cares? You don't own a video idea, which was big in the Roblox community, which got hundreds of likes and share." And this guy thought he fucking owned like intellectual property to that fucking video idea and shit. I ignored him and I was like, oh no, I didn't. I said, you don't own the video idea, I fear. And then he messaged me on my alt as well to try and start shit. But I ignore him. And then I come to find out that he's kind of fucking taking heavy inspiration from my thumbnails and shit, and he's changed it up a lot. And if you go back, the fucking placement is the only thing different. He's used red text, he's used the fucking figures on the left-hand side and shit like that. He's completely changed his thumbnail structure to base it off of mine, and that's no question. The thumbnails I used as like reference on my tweet obviously probably aren't the best, and I didn't get my point across on Twitter very well because it ties in with what I said earlier. It's more of an inflammatory post rather than like a easily digestible fucking YouTube video, which I'm gonna make on the situation and stuff. So many people got the wrong impression that I thought I fucked like apparently I owned like fucking red text and stuff, and anyone else who did that is defying the fucking great old Parlo's fucking thing here and shit like that, and you need my permission and stuff. But that's not the point I was getting across. It was this guy was a fucking hypocrite, and he did the same shit. But whatever. So that was another contention point, and I think that was everything with the gun fishing stuff, because that's a video in which a lot of commentary YouTubers have based their points off of recently. Is there any other point?
No, not really. Oh, well, the only thing, right? This is gonna sound really bad, right? You've just gone into detail a lot about stuff. The only point that I really want to make about all of that is just on your Israel versus Palestine video. The memeability, I think it's more about the thumbnail and title, I guess.
Yeah.
With the memeability and stuff about it is that like I look at that and I want to laugh. I think that's the issue. Like I get what you're saying about like you want to raise an issue, right? Because it is a serious thing, and I think like regardless.
The thumbnail, yeah, I get that. The thumbnail was AI generated, and my Palestinian editor didn't want to edit that thing, so that's what it was. But the point was that it was now this might sound bad, but it was kind of meant to be something that what I knew would be memed on, because if people go on Twitter and post the fucking thing and go like, oh, this video is so shit, guys, go watch, they'll watch it and they'll see that I bring up decent points, and the more views it gets, the more people who know that the views and points I purport across, like the more eyes on the video, the better. Essentially, the more eyes on the video, the more money I donate as well. Essentially, because I didn't fucking pocket any of the money, I've donated it and shit. So they don't have any point there at all anymore. I mean, I gained $105.23, but I can't donate an extra 23 cents to fucking St. Jude. So I made a profit of 23 fucking cents from that video. I mean, if anything, I'll probably pay another 20, and there we go. It's a net loss, but I don't intend to fucking gain anything from that video necessarily. I just wanted to talk about the situation. I knew it wouldn't benefit me. I mean, I gained 50 subscribers from the video. It's probably no one who wants to watch fucking Roblox drama content anyway. But yeah, that's that. The video I 100% knew would be memed on. A lot of my friends were like, yo, Paul, I'm gonna make a tweet on this. Obviously, no hate. Can I have permission to do it? And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And lots of people try and use that as like, even Paulo's friends said the video was a bad idea and stuff. No, just no. A few, maybe one or two. The rest just all saw like it as like a fucking. And the points as well. No one had a problem with the points I brought up in the video, but the point was like one of these very textbook definition. Like, sorry, how many fucking hours have I been talking? Because my throat's killing me.
Oh wow! It's only been 2 hours since the start.
It's basically that the points were civilian casualties are bad. I don't fucking care if you're pro-Palestine, if you're supporting Hamas fucking killing 260 people at a fucking festival who are not of Israeli nationality, then you're a fucking terrible human being. And once again, Israel's definitely not in the right either. They're literally killing civilians and shit like that, fucking lying, purporting propaganda and stuff like that. Both sides, obviously. Best thing is to stay neutral. I'm definitely not for killing civilians and stuff like that. It's just something which I wanted to show the statistics and be fucking honest about. And no one had a problem with that. The problem was the monetization issue. That was the fucking problem. And the other, and like the tone of the video. Should a Roblox drama YouTuber really cover something like this in the future? Maybe not. Maybe not. But I know damn well if China ever invades Taiwan, the Roblox community is going to start fucking going up in shit. They will. They will. They will. They fucking will. They absolutely will. They absolutely will.
Well, yeah. Do you know what? I think as funny as that ending is gonna be, I think that is a perfect place to end off the episode. I feel like we've spoke about a lot of the stuff that I personally wanted to speak about and hear
Yeah.
about. I feel like although this is now officially the longest TrashTalk episode ever, I feel like it has reason to be as long as it does. There is nothing here that I'm like, okay, right. I feel like we need to trim or cut, right? Because a lot of it is questions that people have answers to, right, or need answers to, for example, right? It goes in depth, and it's. I think if you really care about the stuff going on with you and about the dramas and stuff and the controversies that you found yourself in, a lot of the stuff here answers a lot of it, right? And because I guess for a lot of people, not everyone will see the videos you're doing, like explaining the homotopia stuff, explaining the flagging stuff and bits. And as good as those videos are, a lot of people won't see them. Where with this, I'm hoping, I'm hoping, I say I'm hoping, that the people that do genuinely care about the your situations will at least skim through this because all the answers are here for a lot of it, right? And I really think it's just all wrapped up in a nice bubble. And I do appreciate you coming on Trash Talk for nearly fucking 2 hours.
Dude, my fucking throat is burning just like when I did that fucking
I don't blame you, bro.
homotopia script, bro. Like, and I did all that homotopia script just for someone to say, I can't be fucked to watch all of it. They're literally saying, you talk about XD Gamers so much, that doesn't absolve you of what you've done, yet you completely overlook the fucking context. XD Gamers is a guy who made a document to try and make me look as bad as fucking possible while he's done the same thing. He's literally like fucking Roblox Hitler. He's a terrible human being. Like, and then they're like, I didn't watch the whole video. Okay, so I just fucking
didn't watch the whole video, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. So you can't comment on the fucking homotopia situation then because you're not well versed on my fucking side of it. You just saw one side. You skimmed through, and this is the thing. That homotopia document's always spread, and then people on Twitter are like, isn't Parlo the guy who groomed the 15-year-old? Wow, I don't know where you got the fucking grooming part from, motherfucker. Yeah. It's insane. They just completely don't understand what they're talking about. And if needs be, if any fucking big commentary YouTuber drops like a fucking video and tries to put like the homotopia shit out and prove like I'm fucking space Hitler because of it, then I'm gonna obviously re-upload my homotopia response onto that my main channel. But I don't feel like it needs to constitute as a main channel video right now because I'm not obligated to do that because it's a second channel video in which is where I'll be covering most of the situations there. Most of the points of contention come from the commentary community who can easily just watch my alternate channel. I'm not hiding anything because why would I be hiding anything? I've been upfront and honest. I've addressed the entire situation. That's not fucking hiding from anything. Hiding from something's Pyro when he fucking hid from the allegations of him fucking dating a 14-year-old when he was 18 turning 19. That's hiding because he didn't fucking address it all. I'm addressing 52 minutes of just every single situation. Obviously not all 52 minutes is like going over the homotopia shit. Like I think the first third of it is going over just other shit people are trying to use to try and call me a fucking pedophile or anything like that. I know I'm not a fucking pedophile, so anyone who says I am is a fucking idiot who has no idea what they're talking about or have been manipulated and stuff. But that's everything, I think.
Yeah, man. I feel like we've covered everything. And like, my final question to you, it isn't like specifically about like you or any dramas, so you can take a break from like really properly thinking here. But I do like to ask guests that come on, who would you next like to see on Trash Talk? Anyone.
When people ask that, when people reply, is it normally referencing someone they don't like or like someone who
A bit
like,
of both.
they want to say?
Bit of both.
You know what? Femios.
We
had them. Shit. You can have them again then. You can have them again then.
We can have them back on the
You
second
can have them again then. You have them fuck again.
Yeah,
Have them
you should
again.
have on that one.
We can have them again. We can have them a third time. You know, we can keep going.
You know what? If you have them a second time, I'll actually come on for a fucking second time. Why not?
You know, that'd actually be funny. Yeah, that'd actually be epic. Not gonna lie.
Who have you not had? Just name a bunch of fucking people who I know.
Jalen.
Jalen, you're fucking having Jalen then.
Yeah, bro, I've got to get Jalen on. But every time I ask, bro, like I've got them added on, they follow me on everything. But every time I ask, bro, they leave me on red, man.
Bruh.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, it's bad. But yeah, I do appreciate you coming on for 2 hours
Dude,
just
and
talking
and,
about this.
and I think just the last thing, the Mr.
Mhm.
Beast shit, bro. Mr. Beast when he was like
Oh,
fucking
damn it.
dude, this is what everyone is trying to fucking start shit over. First of all, what Mr. Beast did with that stuff is far worse than what I did with the homotopia shit. But everyone, when I bring up the Mr. Beast stuff, everyone goes, not listening. He was literally
No, which
18.
one?
The one where he was facilitating content of like children in their underwear and nothing else, twerking in the camera, like of like literally inches away from the camera, then being
Bro, what?
self-aware that it was bad, and then he had the Asian sticker say, "Oi, Mr. Beast, why do you have this on your hard drive?" Like making those kind of fucking jokes, like, and then he actually thought that video was such a zinger that he actually put it back in another bad intros video, episode 50. So he basically got that video, had it on his hard drive, put it on an editing thing, then uploaded it. He had multiple points where he could have been like, you know what, this is an image of a child who's probably below the age of 13, in their underwear, very tight underwear. I'm not going to describe, it's very fucking disgusting video, twerking their ass to the camera, inches away. Why am I having this in a video? I'm a 18-year-old. I can be legally susceptible to like charges of having this on my fucking computer. Why am I having this? And also, he had a video of like a child pissing as well. You didn't see any like fucking genitalia, but you saw like a fucking piss stream. It's like, what the fuck are you having this in a video? And, like, he had other videos with kids twerking and stuff. Like, if SS Snipewolf gets shit, why the fuck can't he? It's just
Mhm.
insane. So I made the document and it referenced like archived videos. I did not archive the video. I do not have this content and I do not intend to ever have this content. It's just to shed light on what had happened. And then Jalen was like, "Oh well, Parlo was calling Mr. Beast a pedophile." Never once did I mention that. You could try and say, "Oh, we're arguing wordplay semantics." I'm not trying to argue wordplay semantics. He was fucking 18. Like, if you think that's arguing wordplay semantics that he's a pedophile, then you're just self-aware that maybe he fucking is from that situation. That's not me manipulating you. I'm giving you the fact he was 18. He did that content. It's fucking weird, fucking gross. He needs to address it. The fact he's, and then he deleted all the content and just didn't say anything about it. If that
Yeah.
doesn't show that he's hiding from it, then I don't know what is. But I never called him a fucking pedophile. I don't know where that point's come from. And I made a contention point where I said in the document that it was like softcore CP and stuff, but like as we said earlier, that shit doesn't fucking really exist. You can't fucking softcore kill someone. Like, it's like with that kind of material, it's either illegal or it isn't. But with this, it was allowed on YouTube and shit. So like, I don't know. We're gonna probably have to get someone who maybe gives a fuck about the situation on to cover it. Maybe we can get Mr. Beast or the Trash Talk podcast. But whatever.
Yeah.
Ask him some questions, you know.
Yeah, of course. You
Yeah.
can maybe ask him why in 2016 he did Clash Hub streams where he scammed his views and stuff as well. That would be very interesting.
Well, yeah, again, man, I do appreciate you coming on and like answering some like uncomfortable
Yeah.
questions. Like, I know, of course, like for a lot of guests that do come on, usually it's like, oh, like you've done this content, you've been involved in this funny drama. Where with you, it's
You're a
like,
pedophile.
yeah, you're a pedophile, you're a false
Yeah.
flagger, you're a fucking
Yeah.
sexual predator sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate you like bearing with that and just like talking about like everything for like a couple of hours. So thank you everyone for watching today's extremely long episode of Trash Talk. I do appreciate you if you have been sticking around right to the end of this episode or even just skimming through it. But I've been your host Samuel. I've been here with co-host I nearly called you Amos Ace. I don't know why I did that. Ace,
Yeah.
and I will catch you in the next episode of Trash Talk.